Still, there is something here that I don't understand. I understand that I don't see myself for who I am. I really don't understand. I don't completely see those places where I'm doing wrong. And I understand that this is part of the process of the revelation of evil, but still, if I look at the world, Oren and I, we're the good parts of reality. There are those truly influential people that the way we, the small people, see it, they're the ones making the big corruptions. Yeah. I hear all of that. What you're saying right now is the biggest corruption. Why? You're saying, I'm fine, but there is the president, and there are the leftists, and the rightists, and the tycoons, and terrorists. Who am I? They exist because of you. What do you mean? Don't try telling us you're a saint. I'm so nice, I'm so good, what can I do? Because the world is interconnected in such a way that if there were no people like you, then there were no people like those wicked ones. What's the connection? Where do they come from? Who do they get rich off? How do they decide things? Who do they control? Who? People like you? So, by allowing them that, because your nature is corrupt, therefore there are people that step on you and have an even more corrupt nature, but you're the one building the infrastructure. The ordinary people, like it says, the innocent. What does it mean, the innocent? Who said they're innocent? Man's inclination is evil from his youth. What do you mean, innocent? Unfortunately, here in Israel, we have a president in prison sitting for rape. We have a prime minister in jail for bribery. And there's a long list. What do you mean, what does it have to do with me? I didn't rape anyone. I didn't steal anything. Who chose them? People did. Maybe even I did. Usually, when I vote, I choose the least of two evils. But I don't think that this is what we're talking about. And also, I have zero influence. Someone that's at the top of the pyramid, and he's corrupt, he's really destroying the world. You told me previously that you look at your neighbor a bit crooked, like this, like that. Maybe sometimes I see these urges inside of me, but a person that's in power, he really destroys everything. But he's standing on your heads. What do you want? Why don't you want to hear that you're corrupt and you're corrupting the world? Because the world isn't in my hands, it's in the hands of the big people. Because of this attitude, what you do is what you get. What do you mean? Isn't it clear? No. Those that are at the top of the pyramid and are corrupt, they're the ones that destroy the world. That sometimes I think bad things about my neighbor. Who gives these people their power? The ones that elected them. Isn't it people just like you? Of course, but if we know that someone is a rapist or a murderer, we don't choose them. We find this out only after they're already in power. We're all murderers and rapists and you name it, and liars and whatever, and we choose those that are best at it. So this is something that I don't identify with, because I didn't steal from anyone, I didn't rape, I'm trying to be good. But probably you choose the people that are best at theft and lying and rape and murder and everything. So if the simple people, the common people, if we improve, how will it influence all of this? Then you'll see who should be at the top of the pyramid, who should be president, minister of education, culture, economy, and so on. Then you'll see who should be there. But look at the people that you're allowing to be in power. And why? I'm not blaming them. They are the most egoistic people in an egoistic society. You chose them, and they play their cards right, and they were elected. And after they're elected, it's clear that we're not the ones they're thinking about. They're thinking only about themselves. So you're actually saying that once there's all this competition, and once the ego determines the rules of the game, naturally, we choose those that seem to us most likely to succeed, which are those with the big ego. Of course, because you're egoistic too, and this is how it happens. But that person eventually uses his advantage not for our own benefit. Why should he use anything for your benefit? Why? He's using his ego for his own benefit, the way he sees fit, the way you use your ego for your own benefit. So wherever a person is in the general hierarchy of the world, this life, does everything that he can in order to take care of himself, of course, everyone has the same nature. Anyone who blames others does it because of his own flaws. So this is the corruption. Of course, the essence of corruption is our nature, which is what? Thinking only about myself. And if possible at the expense of others, even better. It's a greater pleasure. So there's no way out, even if you choose someone who's excellent. What do you mean by excellent? You choose those that are excellent according to your corruption. You look at the world in a corrupt way, you see the corrupt people, and you have no choice. You think that they're good, but you see them through glasses that corrupt the world. And you choose the most corrupt people to represent me. Yeah, the biggest liars that can lie to you, that they're thinking about you, and that they'll make the world a better place, and that they'll care for everyone. And afterwards, we see what happens after they're elected. That it has nothing to do with what they said before, meaning that they're better liars than you are. And this is why they're in power. And just like you don't keep your promises to others, or like you put it, that you think that you're nice, they're the same. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing changed. And therefore, we can't accuse them of anything. If I'll be corrected, what will happen? If we correct ourselves, what will happen? Then you'll never choose them. But you're saying that I'll see a different world. What will I see that I don't see today? You'll see a world that can work according to the method of bestowal and love of others and care for others. And it can happen. It can happen if you change. Then in your qualities you'll be able to see the corrected world, and you will identify those people that can lead our society towards correction. What kind of qualities do I have to change? Your ego. Instead of caring for yourself, to care for others. This is the only quality that I have to change, and only. That's all there is to change. When you say caring about others, who do I have to care for? Everyone, even those that harm me. Then you'll see if they really harm you or not. In the meantime, start with a small circle, like we're doing it in our NPO, according to the method of the wisdom of Kabbalah. Yes. So, I want to conclude because our time's almost up. I want to understand, what is the corruption? What is the correction? You're saying that the corruption is immersed in human nature because man is an egoist that thinks only about himself. Yeah. And that I don't see that this is how I am, that I want to use everyone for my own benefit. It's because I don't have the tools to look into myself and see that this is who and what I am, that whatever I do eventually, beneath it all, there's an egoistic calculation of what will I get out of it. Right. And now, what is a corrected person then? That he cares for complete equality among people. And if we'll have a corrected or many corrected people, we'll also have a corrected world, of course, which is what? That you'll see a different nature. Give me some kind of a picture. What are we aspiring to? For the wolf not to eat the lamb. Forget the wolves. What about people? for people not to eat each other. That's the corrected world? Yes. What will my day-to-day life look like? What's going to be different? Caring for others instead of caring for yourself. And so what's in it for me? What's in it for you is that then the entire world will be good, healthy, beautiful, nice. Everything's gonna be great. The kids are gonna be able to play wherever they want. They're gonna be friendly towards each other. Heaven. All those corruptions that people think that exist, that they want to correct, will be corrected in this state. If you correct them, it all depends on human nature, including the environment, including everything. In a word, everything is solely dependent on man.